Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's discussion on ingredient of successful event marketing plan. As we all know, event marketing is a crucial aspect of any business, and it involves planning and execution of events to promote the brand and services. And to ensure a successful event marketing campaign, businesses must have a clear goal and objective, a well-defined target audience, a compelling message, effective promotional practices, and accurate measurement of evaluate the campaign's performance. In today's Marketing Monday session, we will explore quick tips for creating a successful event marketing plan, prerequisites while deciding on an event, a post-event plan to engage the audience, and setting the benchmark for the event. For this, we have a very special guest with us. Please welcome Ms. Navneeta Borooah, Director Global Marketing at Capgemini Engineering. We request Navneeta to briefly introduce herself so that we can dive deeper into the key ingredients of creating a successful event marketing plan. Over to you, Navneeta.
Thank you so much, Naveen, and thank you for this platform. At least, we marketers, we give provide platform to others, but you have created a platform where we can share our own thoughts or experiences. So thank you so much to the entire team. So briefly, to introduce myself, I am a marketing and communication professional, and with around 20 plus years of experience in technology space. And I am a firm believer of growth marketing, where, and especially, it's more of testing, optimizing, and, going back there to the drawing board, improve of various marketing and communication outreach programs. For the last couple of years, I have been focusing on strategic planning and delivering an integrated program approach to industry trade shows and technology road shows across different industries globally. And through that, I have been able to some extent, define and deliver very good event program goals and messages, and using all the appropriate levers that impacts brand awareness and pipeline generation. So that's me. Briefly, I would say, of course, there is lot goes into it, but briefly, this is me.
That's great, Navneeta. Thank you very much. And to start with, we request you to share some quick tips for creating a successful event marketing plan.
Okay. When we say event marketing, events I have, regarded as a pinnacle of face-to-face marketing, nowadays. And during COVID, there was a different scenario, of course, because we all switched to virtual. But, the post-COVID scenario, which will be more relevant for various marketers, is that, how we, modify or how we evolve from our the pre-COVID era. So now we have the benefit of a virtual and we have a benefit of face-to-face. And in a marketing budget, always you see events, when we talk about industry events, mostly a huge chunk of money is kept separate so that you can deliver a wonderful image of the company, as well as you can showcase your technology solutions in front. So to make justice to that fund or the budget, and plus the effort, the time of various salespeople or marketing people, you have to be super, I would say, targeted. And the tips that I would suggest, of course, first is like you have to go and search what is the objective, why we are going there, why you're investing, some of the tough questions, because that's your drawing board. That's where you're going to start. So objective is very important. And it's not only the marketers who sit at the table. So there are various industry business heads and the salespeople, and because they interact with clients. And so important to have that, 360-degree view or some kind of a brainstorming session, why we want to go and what we want to showcase and what is the outcome, the key takeaways of the entire program that we want to all invest our time in and get some results out of it. So the first thing is that objective, and based on the objectives, how you are executing it. Okay. because there are now a lot of stuff that you can include into your program. Maybe some of the clients are unable to come. Maybe you can have a screen at your booth or any of the roadshows that you are running, where you can connect with them virtually. At the same time, you can show them all your technology stuff. And for the people who are there already at the event, how you going to attract them? What's the, key thing that will attract them, or what is the wow factor that you will bring in, or you're showcasing that will bring them into your booth or exhibition space, and ask them questions about your company, and or maybe if somebody knows already about the company, and the first question, what's new from your side, and when you go to industry trade shows or any of the road shows that we do, we show our present stuff, but at the same time we show our future stuff, through various proof points, various use cases. So you wait, in a subtle way, you show that, okay, I am ready for the future. And at the same time, come partner with me. I will also make you future ready. So those are some of the things that you have to work when you are at the drawing board stage. That's the important, and that takes a lot of time, coming up with the objective, the messaging, and then the execution part, whether you are doing it in the nice way, in the best way, best possible way. And integrating the virtual element as well. And post-event, the various, first the leads, how you are going to the people whom you have met. Some of them may be your existing customer, but listening to them is important. So basically getting in touch with the salespeople to understand what exactly they ask for. Even, and then when sales are meeting them, so it's important to at least write the keywords, what exactly they are looking for. Might not be an elaborate one paragraph, might be something very small. And it's the job of the marketing people, to come back and work with sales to design various programs so that the customer or the prospect continue the journey, and some might culminate into booking, some might quickly culminate into booking, some might take a longer cycle. So there should be ways to nurture at the same time. So it's a complete journey. It's not going from one event to another. It's basically, you have one thread where these are some of the milestones that you have, and you work the entire year around.
So thank you, Navneeta, for showing the path to the newcomers and to the aspiring marketers. So would you please tell us how to bring sustainable elements to your event marketing plan?
Okay, that's one of the very important points that you have brought up, Naveen. Thank you so much. Because sustainability is everywhere. Okay, be it events, not only events, in fact, it's across. So in event marketing, particularly, the things that we are practicing and we also want to practice as we move forward is what kind of elements that we are using at the booth. Is it a lot of plastic that we are trying to use? Because when you are making a exhibition space, are we trying to use some materials which are not recyclable? Okay. So that definitely gives your company, people view it from that angle. Oh, they are not very much careful about the various reasons, various causes that happening around the world. Okay. So some of the materials, or maybe no plastic, some kind of a mandate that no plastic is going to be used at our booths. Okay. Or the giveaways that you are giving, which are made of maybe recycled paper, something like that. And also in terms of attendance, if a lot of people fly, so of course you are creating a lot of carbon footprints. So you have to limit, the number of people that are flying. So you have to be super targeted. How many are going to travel? Maybe 2 people only cover everything. Or with 3 people, or maybe a bigger show, 20 people are going to cover, So it is very, you have to be very, very targeted. It's not to create carbon footprint, because that's not how you are going to be sustainable. Okay. And so those are materials, especially, and in terms of brochures, the handouts, the printing material, we have totally cut down all of that. Now it is all QR code. So people scan it. Everybody has got a mobile phone. Let them scan. Let them read. Okay. It's nobody wants to lug around a lot of printed material in their bag when they go to an event, right? And they will like to keep some beautiful stuff from that city or something instead of your brochures. And so let's be very frugal in that. Let's not print, anything. Maybe you keep some QR codes, let them scan. So those are some of the important stuff that I think, to be sustainable and something good for the society. That those are the points. Yeah.
So we have talked about some tips and some sustainable edits. So what are the prerequisites while designing upon an event?
Okay. Prerequisites, as I said, objective is very much important. Okay. When you make the objective and then executing those objectives, which we call the event planning. And within event planning, we have pre-event planning, during and post-event planning. And prerequisites is, of course, the involvement of the entire core team and a lead sponsor, maybe one of the person from the management team, who is also deeply working with the team to make it a success. Because everybody is busy in their own stuff, and executive sponsorship is very much important, which I think because that brings a lot of seriousness to the entire program. And so those I feel is the prerequisite, the motivation, and even though some of the and constantly brainstorming. It's not that something is written in the paper and then we have to follow that. It's not like that. You constantly brainstorm. You try to add or delete things from your program, and just for the interest of the outcome, a good outcome.
So when we talk about the prerequisite and during the event, so what should be the post-event plan to engage your audience throughout the year?
Okay. So post-event plan, what I think, there are a lot, how you can engage. One can be after we collect all the leads or the prospect names from an event. So there can be, a web page, of course, where we can create and put all the solutions, the demonstrations, all the thought leadership pieces that we created. Maybe we put that up in a web page and we try to promote it. Okay, we send it to those people that in case you missed some of the stuff, then feel free to come and, at your leisure, go through it. Okay. Or the other can be a webinar, which we can organize, some of the stuff that we talked about, maybe a follow up to that. And we invite one of the analysts or one of the important clients who can come and, who can talk about it on a certain topic, which was discussed at the event, So that can be a good nurturing plan. And other than that, companies have got their inside sales support who help in nurturing these leads, time to time. And maybe sending an email and informing them, hello, we are organizing a webinar, or we have a new stuff that is coming, related to this. Do you like to read this white paper, or do you like to attend this, So it's a connection for the entire year with the prospect or the client. So these are, I think, some of the post-event stuff that we can do. That, of course, there are a lot, but, which are easy for various companies to do.
So you have put off light on, how to engage your customers and everything. Still, I would like to, know much more precisely that how to set a benchmark and focus on attendee marketing.
Okay. The benchmark, I would say, okay, we can be our own benchmark. Okay. Whatever we have done, for example, this year we have delivered something which really worked well, but, there is no 10 on 10 in any of the programs. So you still have room for improvement. Okay. So maybe for this year, whatever we delivered, we can take this as a benchmark. Maybe next year, we add something more flavor to it, and then, move ahead with it. Okay. Or if you are just starting, if you have nothing, maybe I would suggest send some of your salespeople to, just to get the pulse of that event or the type of people that are coming and or other companies of your level, how they are showcasing. Maybe that can be your benchmark. You start from there and then, okay, this company has done this way. Maybe we can, if you're starting from, fresh. And those who are not fresh, who has already been there to an event or has done that kind of a program, maybe that can be their benchmark, and from there, next year they improve upon it.
And, finally to conclude, please talk about your experience in the companies that you have worked with and how this has enabled the overall sales growth.
Okay, so being a marketer, there is no 100% satisfaction. Okay, marketers always want to evolve. Okay, from one program to another, learning all the time, and it's the sales who actually bring all of these viewpoints to us. Okay, so marketing and sales have to work together. Sales is out there, out there in the market. Marketing people, we are not there in the field unless we are asked to do. But most of the time, we are sitting inside the office. We are making all of these programs, okay? But who is giving us the major feed? It's the sales guys, right? So important to my always, I have been always trying to be very close to the salespeople, okay? So that at least they bring something and I work on it, or I give it to the relevant people or the groups inside the company who makes all of this strategy. Or if I am making the strategy, I try to adopt all of that. Okay. So important to be close to sales. Not only sales, in fact, from the market or your surroundings, what's happening, or your the companies whom you are competing. Okay. That's also important to look at look at the strategies time to time, how they are showcasing themselves. You need not be an identical twin of that, but maybe some of the learnings that you can take. And then those are some of my experiences. And it's, as I said, it's like evolution, right? You evolve a lot over the time. And post-COVID has gave us a lot of learnings, and which we must incorporate. Otherwise, we lose the game, okay? Virtual is one thing that has to be there in our program. Wherever we need, we have to include virtual stuff. For example, we should not say that, oh, the client is unable to come. Why do I go and make a program? I said, no, we can give them the facility, or we can stream. Maybe if you want to show a lab and then the client is unable to because he doesn't have a budget, he cannot come. But that should not, hamper your plan. Maybe you can connect him. Maybe you can give him a link where he can see your lab and then get an understanding, and then he can connect with you. So it's basically, the pre-COVID era has got a lot of these stuff. We think that, oh, this is not going to work. But post-COVID, we are including all of that programs. So primarily, it is hybrid model that wants the best. And we should include from that viewpoint. Yeah.
So thank you, Navneeta, for enlightening us with your thoughts and with your experience and everything. And thank you, everyone. Catch me live in the next episode of Marketing Mondays by CXO TV, when we will be discussing relevant and interesting topics like this. Thank you, Navneeta, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.